Hello everyone, welcome to AKP's Tech. Today I am going to install Kali Linux in my Windows 10 desktop, and for this purpose I am going to utilize VirtualBox. So no more waiting, let's start the process. In Google, search for VirtualBox and let's go to the www.virtualbox.org to download the VirtualBox software. Now it's time to download the VirtualBox. Here I am using Windows 10, that's why I am going to download the Windows version of VirtualBox. Right now it's 7.1.4 and it will take couple of minutes to download the VirtualBox software depending on your network connectivity. Now it's time to install VirtualBox 7.1.4. Here you can select the options as per your requirement. Now next. It will take couple of minutes to install Oracle VirtualBox in your PC. The installation is complete. We can start Oracle VirtualBox. So let's click on Finish button. Now the Oracle VirtualBox Manager is ready for use, but before exporting the VirtualBox, we are going to download the ISO file of Kali Linux. To download the Kali Linux ISO file, we need to visit kali.org. Here, let's go to the download option. Now, I am going to download the ISO file of the Kali Linux. For that, let's go to the installer images. In my Windows PC, I have Intel 64-bit processor. That's why select the 64-bit architecture. Now download the ISO file. I have already downloaded the Kali Linux ISO file. So let's stop the download and start the process. Now it's time to open the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Now in VirtualBox Manager, let's go to the new option. Now a window will appear. Here you need to mention the name. Let's put Kali. Next, the folder option where we are going to store the virtual machines. Next, we need to select the ISO image of the operating system. Here we have already downloaded the Kali Linux ISO image. So let's select that ISO image. For that, we need to go to the drop down menu and next other. Now we have the Kali Linux ISO image. So it's done. Next, the type of the operating system, it's Linux. After selecting the type of the operating system, we are going to select the subtype. Here it's Debian. And obviously the operating system is of 64-bit. So that's why Debian 64-bit. Now we need to go to the unattended install option. Okay, so it's leave it as it is. We don't need to do anything here. Next, the hardware option. So here you have to mention the hardware resources for your virtual machine. So here I have allocated 2 GB of RAM and 2 CPU cores for the virtual machine. So it's done. Next, the hard disk part. So I have allocated for 20 GB of hard disk space. You can allocate more than that. You can customize it as per your requirement. So right now I am allocating 20 GB, but you can allocate more than that if your requirement is high. It's all done. Now we don't have to do anything here. Let's click on finish. It's done. Now what to do next? Let's go to the settings option. Here we need to modify few things. First, let's go to the export option. So here the basic part is already defined. So the memory part, 2 GB of RAM, and next other activities are here. Now for the display, we need to allocate the maximum memory space. Here it's 128 MB. So let's select 128 MB. Now next, monitor count, we don't have to do anything. Next, the graphics controller, and here just enable the 3D acceleration, and I think it's fine. After that, storage, we already specified the storage and network. So here we are going to enable the network adapter. So here I am going to use the NAT default. If you have any other requirement, you can do or modify those things later on. Okay, and yes, these things are easy, not so complicated one. Okay, fine. So these are the basic setups you need to do before running the virtual machine. Before starting the virtual machine, one option you need to check if virtualization is enabled in your PC or not. For that, let's go to the task manager, and after that, the performance option. Here you can find out if virtualization is enabled or not, and it's enabled. So if it's not enabled, you need to enable it from the feature and options in Windows settings. And if you have any problem regarding the virtualization, you can use the comment box for that query. And another option is also there. You can enable the virtualization option from the BIOS also. By default, in most of the PCs, it's already enabled. Okay, but if by chance it's not enabled, you can do it from the Windows option features and options, and from the BIOS also. Okay, that's it. Now we are ready to start our virtual machine. So for that, what we need to do, let's go to the start option and click on the start button, and it's going to start the virtual machine. So it's taking some time, but I think it will start quickly. So it's powering the virtual machine. Now we are ready to start the virtual machine. Let's click on the start button, and the process is started. So here you can see it's 0%, right? So let's wait. Fine, this process started successfully. Now we are going to install Kali Linux in virtual machine. So first we are going to select the graphical of install. So let's capture it, and fine. Here I am going to select English language. Next. Now I need to select the location. Here it's India. After that, obviously the keyboard. So it's American English. That's fine. Continue. Now it's time to put the host name. Next. I'm not going to put anything in the domain name. So let's click on continue. Okay, now we need to set up the user account, user ID and password. Next, we have to provide the password. Oh, it's done. Now it's time to partition the disks. For that, we are going to select the option guided, use enter disk and set up LVM. After that, let's click on continue. There various options are available for partitioning the disk. If you are not an advanced user, just select the first option. That's the best for newcomer. After that, click on continue. Okay. Now we need to select the yes option and next continue. Here we need to select the option yes and continue. One important announcement for all of you. If your virtual machine is unable to capture the mouse pointer, you can use the keyboard also. So here I am using the keyboard. Let's continue. Now it's time to install the bootloader. Let's select the yes option and continue. Here I am going with the second option. Now the installation is complete. It's time to reboot the system. Here you have to use the username and password you have given during the installation process. By the way, the default username and password for Kali Linux is Kali and the password is same Kali. But as we have configured the username and password during the installation process, that's why we need to use the same username and password. We have successfully installed the Kali Linux through VirtualBox. So right now you can see this is the Kali Linux desktop, right? So this is the entire process, and if you have any query or doubt, you can use the comment section of the video. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like the video, please share and subscribe.